And so I would contend that for preachers, they need to understand that you just do not have to scratch very deep
Huh.
before you get to this well of loss,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
And um, and people are dealing with medical diagnoses,
Yeah.
with spouses, with aging, with relationships that aren't working,
Mm-hmm.
and that all of it is death's presence
Mm.
as a result of the events in the garden in Genesis chapter 3,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Where now what God declared about eating the fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil is present for us where it wasn't before.
Yeah.
That our life is a river of sorrows that we are wading through somehow. And if we don't have a word to speak of that, then the church might as well give up
Mm.
and get out of the business because Starbucks at least has better coffee than
Right.
most churches.
Yeah.
And so you're asking a bit about what the content is,
Yeah.
and I think the first thing is to say um, you're not in control, and you never were. That it isn't all on your shoulders at all. That God has laid a claim on you that is um, unmitigated
Mm.
and eternal.
Yeah.
Um, and here's something that you can count on when you're facing the vicissitudes of life, all these varieties of ways you can die, especially if you're in Australia, apparently. Um, and that there's something that you can actually stand on
Yeah.
that isn't shifting at all. And then the next move is to say, not only do you not have to do anything, you can't do anything. And that actually was Luther's first move in his Reformation discovery, was understanding that this dictum to do what is within you to do, he couldn't do.
Yeah.
He
Right.
wrote about that late in his life in his preface to the Latin works. He said, I just grew to hate God
Yeah.
because of these demands. Um, but then the next move for him was to discover in Romans how clear God's declaration was on account of Christ, that there's nothing for you to do, and that preaching in the sacraments, their sole purpose is to declare that again and again and again to those who've never heard it. But I think for us in the church today, to say it again to people who desperately need to hear it again.